They did it, guys. The Sixers have hooked everybody back in on them. We have our third pick, just dropped 34 on the Celtics, beat the Celtics, and then after the game went and hit the Hefner in the middle of the court. Hitting the Hefner alone is already legendary, but hitting it after you beat the Celtics and drop 34 on them in your debut game as a rookie, legendary performance, legendary player. The insane propaganda and agenda for VJ Edgecombe is about to be rolling. And first, we got to talk about what's obvious about him is that his athleticism, the speed and explosion he has, especially going downhill and in transition, such a breath of fresh air after watching Kyle Lowry and Eric Gordon last year. When he gets on the fast break, there's really no telling what he's going to do. He might give you a Euro step and one. He might rise up for a dunk, an alley-oop finish, anything. When Oubre decided to throw him that oop in transition late, I mean, I did not think there was any possible way he was going to flush it. Like, that was crazy. And he uses that athleticism to play some solid defense, fight over screens, play hard, and grab rebounds. The defensive rebound he had in the fourth quarter over like four Celtics players, dude, I mean, that was a clutch rebound. Nobody else was going to grab that. He went up, grabbed it, two hands, came down, strong, beautiful. Those 34 points, they weren't all just dunks, layups, mid ranges. He had 5 3-pointers. He went from in college shooting low 30% from the three and being labeled a poor shooter to coming in debut game against the Celtics, kind of being dared to shoot and knocking down 5 threes. And he was confident shooting his threes too. That's what we need in Philly. We need a confident player who's going to play hard. And that's what we drafted. And it looks like he already has a great relationship with Maxey. I mean, Maxey's giving him the ball so much. There is no hesitancy from Maxey to give him the ball. I mean, there were plays where they would pass the ball back and forth, where Maxey just wants him to take over the offense or shoot the ball. And VJ's kind of like, yo, I'm a rookie. I mean, this is my first game. You just want me to take over this possession? I mean, all right. I just wish that instead of shooting some of those floaters he did, especially with Peyton Pritchard on him, I wish he would get to the paint, shoot a little mid-range, rise up above him, square up, be balanced. Because, I mean, he's got a solid mid-range game. I would much rather see that shot than a floater. But boy, Tyrese Maxey, he also had himself a night. I mean, him and Edgecombe combined for 74 of our points. And for the first game, after having some shooting woes last year, when you come in and hit 7 of your 9 3-pointers attempted, that's awesome. Maxey also had some very hot quarters. In the second quarter, he had 19 points. And in the fourth quarter, he had 15 points. And Maxey helped push the pace on offense and getting in transition, which is also just going to help VJ and help our team out to just get points at the basket, give us looks. Something I found interesting in that game regarding Maxey was the Maxey and Embiid pick and roll. Maxey didn't really look to give the ball to Joel much. I'm not sure what that was about, but it was definitely interesting. I mean, to me, Joel did not look as healthy that game as he did against the Grizzlies in the last preseason game. I'm a huge Joel fan, but I'm not gonna lie, it did not look like he put in much effort on both sides of the ball. But a lot of people are trashing him and saying he's washed, but like a lot of people are pointing out, he never starts the season great. You just got to give him a little bit of time to truly judge what he's going to be able to do this season. Another thing that I think was the problem with Joel was the spots he was being put in on offense, but I'm going to talk about that later. Quentin Grimes, I mean, he did not have a great game. He did hit some clutch shots when we needed it. He had 5 turnovers. He took some tough takes at the rim, but I mean, that was probably because they were sending like 3 help side defenders and he just wasn't prepared for it, I guess. Even though he did have a rough game, I still think I would give him a lot more minutes than Kelly Oubre. And a lot of those minutes Oubre had tonight, they should have been replaced with Grimes. Oubre did. I'm grateful Oubre had that 3 at the end of the game, that clutch 3. He had some clutch plays at the end of the game, some great defense, but he stresses me out so bad, mainly offensively. I mean, the Celtics dare him to shoot. He is dared to shoot by he's going to be dared to shoot by every team in the league, and he is going to shoot it. He will shoot it every time. I have no faith that he will make the extra pass or make the right play. He's a black hole in offense. I think his tenure on the Sixers is probably past its expiration date. But my goodness, Dominic Barlow, what a pickup. The dude's 6'10", great athlete. He can move around the court. He can kind of guard 1 through 5, and he is flying around for rebounds. Every time a shot goes up, he's at least near the ball trying to make something happen. He had 8 rebounds and 5 of them were offensive rebounds. And I saw that the Sixers scored off every single offensive rebound he had. And when he had that block against Derek White, I was so thankful. We would not see that from like anybody else. I mean, Kelly Oubre might have tried to get that block, but he would have fouled him for an and one. Barlow, though, is also a physical finisher. He had 2 or 3 and ones, both in transition and in the half court. The Celtics did dare him to shoot, but still he did not clog the lane, and he still made great cuts off of it. Another player I was very excited watching that's pretty similar to Barlow is Jabari Walker. Our two-way power forwards might have done more in this game than Paul George did for us all last season. When you watch Jabari Walker, you can just see that he's a smart player. He knows his positioning, whether that be on rebounds, on defense, or on offense. He has a great offensive IQ, and I mean, he's not going to shoot a stupid shot. I see him kind of doing what Yabusele did last year, that when he gets the ball, he's just going to go straight into an action with Maxey, which is great to see because a lot of times that is just something in our nothingness on offense, because our offense is very stagnant and slow and boring. But what also is great about Jabari is how good of a rebounder he is for his frame. He's not a vertical threat, but he's a very physical rebounder. And when he grabs the board, dude, I mean, he sucks it right into his body. He's like a running back. He secures that thing. But after all the positives, there is still some negatives, and I think a majority of that revolves around our coach, Nick Nurse. He's still very frustrating. I mean, Kelly Oubre was getting a lot of run, and he has such a long leash for some reason. I mean, he can do the stupidest thing and still get 10 more minutes after that. And a lot of these rotations, Grimes needs to be in instead of Kelly, because the Celtics did let Dominic Barlow and Kelly Oubre shoot, which left 2 Celtic defenders be able to roam or play help side. Benefit of the doubt for Nick Nurse is that maybe he's not playing Grimes in some of these rotations because he just signed recently. That could be possible. Joel's performance was definitely on him, but Nick Nurse definitely does not help him, because I don't think Nick Nurse ever really puts Joel in a good place offensively for him to succeed. They don't get Joel those low post touches, and they hardly really get him many touches when he's at the free throw line. Nurse really likes to get him touches at the top of the key, which is not a great spot for your center to get the ball. I mean, Joel can make do with what you give him there, but it's still not the most efficient shot. And when Nick Nurse isn't relying on an isolation for the Sixers to score, the whole offense revolves around ball screens, basically dribble handoffs, and the whole objective is to really get downhill, which makes sense with Maxey, but it's very predictable and uncreative. It's definitely not a hard scheme for another team to stop. Nick Nurse also played Justin Edwards 6 seconds in that game. The rotation was short, and Justin Edwards did not have a good preseason or summer league, but it was still shocking that Justin Edwards played just 6 seconds. However, let's cheer Nick Nurse for not playing Eric Gordon and Kyle Lowry. That's a round of applause right there.